Hello everyone, I'm Marina and it's Sakramel School. You can find tons of pictures of today's nail art on the internet. And that is pop art nails. So I got really curious and I can't wait to do this nail art for you. Stay tuned to see what I'm going to end up with. Let's get started. Here are the nails before, and ta-da! The coating is all gone. I've done a manicure and a nail prep, so these nails are ready for sculpting. I wish we could montage it like this in real life. But since I have shown this part a lot in my other videos, you can check them out to see it in detail. Now let's prepare the nails. I degrease the nails and apply adhesive products. I'll be using gel tips for sculpting. The prepping technique is the same as for using paper or dual forms and so on. It's standard. I apply a primer for better bonding and a rubber base coat. And send it to cure for 30 seconds. For sculpting, I will be using these Easy Nails by Manicure. These are both hard and plastic. I just need to get the right sizes. I apply a tip to the nail. This one is too wide for the index nail. And this one is too small, because there is a gap in the ingrows point. So I can't use it here. The tip should fit the nail plate precisely. Now I degrease the tip, again for better bonding, apply the same rubber base coat, and put a tiny drop in the cuticle zone to make sure that it gets attached there. Don't use too much of it though. Now I set up the tip, taking a step from the cuticle to press it well. Otherwise, there may be an air pocket on the free edge, since this nail curls badly. Moving on. This technique is pretty simple, but of course there are some nuances. Overall, once you get the hang of it, it doesn't take much time or effort. I ask my model to cure the gel with a portable light to make sure that it's nice and tight. Now let's degrease the cuticle zone and the area under the nail. Now we can proceed with filing. I'm using a purple carbide drill bit. In case there is no much overlay, we can keep it and just add more gel near the cuticle. Be careful so as not to overfile the nail plate. We can trim the tips with scissors or clippers, or just use an e-file. As you wish. I'm going to shape a coffin or ballerina shape. But ballerina is more rounded, and this one is straighter. So that's a coffin shape. Now I mat the surface, add a thin layer of a base coat, and I will need to build up the architecture in the cuticle zone. So I add more base coat there. Not a thick layer though, because we don't need it with gel tips. Do you like manicure and nail extensions? If you do, join my new online course on nail sculpting, from zero to pro, and get your certificate. The course is available worldwide. For more information, click the link in the description box below. For this nail art, we're going to need neon shades. Mine are by Men, and I will also need a white one to mix them on the palette to make them more pastel. Sadly, I don't have pastel neons, so I have to mix them, which adds up to my working time. I'm using a flat brush to apply them, and there's a range of minuses when it comes to such an application. For example, the layer gets too thin, so I have to overlay it multiple times on some nails. These green and yellow shades are sheer, so they take a few layers to get applied. This brush may also touch the skin, and in case there's pooling, we need to clean it up before curing. And some tiny hair tend to get into the coating, so I keep smoothing it out. Besides, I have to clean up the brush a lot. But it's still clogged with some color, which also messes up with the process. So to do this nail art quickly, one needs proper gel polish shades. That it won't take much time. Next up, I grab the original shade with a wider brush and add a highlight. Well, this nail art looks super simple at the first glance, as if it's done by a beginner nail tech with an unsteady hand. But I won't consider it that simple. Now we need to outline it with black, and that's the trickiest part. Because the line should be even, it shouldn't mess up the cuticle line, and it should also cover up the color there. To be honest, I got a bit nervous at this point, because the black pulled and stained the coating a lot, so it took me a while to clean it up. Overall, the removal, nail extensions, the manicure, nail sculpting, and doing this nail art on one hand took me about 3 hours, with filming. With shorter length, no removal, and proper gel polish shades, it would have taken less time. But still, this nail art is not one of the easiest. Now cure the black and add white highlights. I'm using white gel polish. I decided to use gel polishes to outline and highlight it, and that was the right choice. I also thought about using gel paint, but it would have popped out a bit. Make sure to use a medium brush for the lines. Go for number 2. Now it will look complete only when it's topped off. I'm using a glossy top coat and align the surface with it. Overall, I think it looks cute and fancy. It got tons of comments on my Instagram, both positive and negative. All kinds. And here's the final look. Let me know in the comments if you like this nail art or not. Would you try to recreate it? Tag me if you do. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Success in your work. Good luck. Bye bye.